Good evening and welcome to today's news bulletin. I'm Zandile Mpapane. Recapping stories making headlines. The Minister for Tourism and Environmental Affairs today officially launched the Riders Rally. Nurses at the Mbabane Government Hospital today downed their tools and held a strike. A dead body was exhumed today at MCB family at Emakaleni in Ngwenya. This was a message from WaterAid ESWATINI, and it is all about encouraging Yemaswati to adhere to COVID-19 regulations, where we shall get back to our news bulletin. The Minister for Tourism and Environmental Affairs, Honorable Moses Vilagati, who was represented by the Minister of Sports, Culture and Youth Affairs, Honorable Harris Bulunga, today officially launched the Riders Rally, which is expected to be on the 2nd of September. We have a report.
Loya yobanjwe njalo nje ngeminyaka nelivikile egcina noma ngelivikile ekuqala la September legcina la August. Umuntu akasho nje ukuthi ngekubuka kwethu nekubuka simo nje sempilo sekhanze ukuthi ngathi umkhuhlane we-COVID-19 sewuya ngekwehla enamalanga lesesiwabukile sawabeka ukuthi mhlawumbe ngiyole katawuba ukuthi libandla lisalungiselela lisebentele kwawo umhla ka-2 kuya kumhla ka-4 September 2022.
Babukela wathi siyathokoza shaya tandla namuhla sijabula kakhulu. Vele kuyabonakala ukuthi kulesimo lesibuso ngathi i-COVID vele sesitoyinaka kepha sesicekuyibeka eceleni ngoma esiphethe kabi le corona yakhona. Kepha asembe ukuthi konke kuzohamba kahle. Sibonga uhulumende wethu ukuthi asivumele siqhubeke ngalomsebenzi. Kepha kuqhubeka umsebenzi vele uyaqhubeka. Sifuna kumthokozela kude lokunye.
Siyabonga.
Following reports that has been going around on social media and other news platforms that Russia attacked Ukraine, the Minister for Foreign Affairs today enlightened Yemaswati and further explained in detail how the kingdom is planning to make sure that the students in Ukraine are transported back safely into the kingdom. We have a report.
Following that, Russia and Ukraine are having great tensions as Russia have started invading Ukraine, and many places have been invaded by soldiers from Russia. The Minister for Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation in the country, Minister Tulilala, that Eswatini have started evacuation efforts.
Following reports that has been going around on social media and other news
taken to neighboring Poland so that they can be safe from the war.
All over Ukraine. Ukhanze ukuthi inkulu ke-Ukraine kusuka kule dolobha bayele lapho besithi batawuhlangana khona bakhona ke ukuthi bawele bawufika ePoland kukhona kulabanye do sebakhonile phuma they are on their way to Poland lapho batawuhlangana khona bese ema-officers akithi ase-Brussels ayazama ukubathola bese-ke kuyabonakala ukuthi sithatha sibekisaphi lokuyizinamba kakhulu bathi labantwana wona lamathekisi nalamabhasi sekwenyukile kuledulu le-price abasafuni nekuthi uthathe amakhadi sebafuna cash uyabona ukuthi ivele uma i-customer dima bathu bese bathathe i-advantage but nje emanothi kulezinye izindawo ayakhungeka but kulezinye izindawo kukhona vele ngoba ukhawunti umntwana uyedwa and ukuthi angathatha ithekisi ledulile ayedwa nema-ATM are-going dry bese kunika i-panic nakithi nakubo batali, but we are trying to calm them down, not trying to become itolo besethukile kakhulu. But esiqhubeka sibona kukhona labakhona ukuphuma indlela iyavuleka kuletinye izindzawo kukhona lapho kuhamba khona izitimela ngoba siyabona ukuthi cha batawugcina bakhonile ukuthi baphume. Ngingathi lokho sibuka-ke ukuthi uma bafika ePoland batabangakanani sobona uhulumende ukuthi babuya njani ekhaya, bathi nyalo sisalwa nalokuthi baphumele ePoland. Itolo bebenza ilisti ngazi ukuthi sizawuthola ibhasi ngabe solo silekelelwa ngiyo i-South African Embassy lase-Ukraine ngathi sizothola ibhasi ukuthi baphume.
She stated this in a telephonic interview with our reporters. For Channel Yemaswati News, I'm Linda Shongwen Babane.
It was a joyous occasion today for elderly women of Kubuta Ingundla as the Minister for Commerce, Industry and Trade, Senator Mangoba Khumalo, donated money to the elderly people. We have a report.
Mina nje kwami ngifuna kubonga umhlonishwa lapha Mabuza ikakhulu ngale vision yakhe yalomsebenzi la wendako kubonakalisa ukuthi uletha intuthuko la eKhubutha namhlanje la sikhona khona sitobona lokuthi emathuba emisebenzi singaqhubeka kanjani ukuthi siwakhe la etinkundleni lapha sikhona khona. Le model lengikhanza la ukuthi kwakhiwe inhlangano ngeva ukuthi inhlangano mhlonishwa under lesambulelo sakulula setting 46 leti khona la enkundleni. Lokho siyakubonga kakhulu mhlonishwa, ngicela kusho nami ukuthi lo msebenzi wentwana lenhlangano yabomake uyangikhutsata. Ngiyacela ukuthi uma kuphela lenyanga ya March mhlonishwa lo chairman wabo ede le office lami njengenduna yaka commerce ngitawufike ngibanike kule nhlangano yabo ngibanike imali lenganga 10,000 batawungeta kulela imali. Inkosi.
Namhla sebomake ne-youth lapha eKhubutha ukuthi sikhonele ukubafundzisa ukuthi ifishi idotshwa kanjani nokuthi babe nemabhizinisi labatawukhona kulamabhizinisi kusasa bakube amabhizinisi akhonsako because now ubuka konje konke umhlaba live liyantenga naseven lemhlaba wonke. So nyalo sisike wonke umphakathi kumele kube khona konke emakhaya either uyalima noma wenda inkukhu noma ungene inhlanganweni konke nokubolekisa ne-youth yethu sisayibambise bomake wabo
sayethu ukuqhubutela bantu baseKhubutha ezinkundla ukuthi abaqhubeke bente bo business noma somabhizinisi lomncane aqhubeke baye embili.
Sibonga lokho ukuthi umhlonishwa asilethele letimenu yatenkosi titito sifundzisa naloko ukuthi nebantu abethu lesihlala nabo emakhaya labangawuthola umsebenzi bangenda kanjani ukuze bathole kungena la kubosekho bafundziseke ngekuthi bangadisungulela kanjani emabhizinisi.
The staff at Mbabane Government Hospital today downed their tools and held a strike as they demanded answers, especially from the Real ESWATINI Police Service, as to why their worker was shot yesterday during a protest by some people who were outside the High Court. We have a report.
Nurses and health workers at the Mbabane Government Hospital today were picketing, where they were demonstrating, showing their anger after one of their employees was shot by police yesterday, stating that he is now in a hospital bed. Due to that, the police were unable to avoid the incident after they were chasing rioters who were outside the High Court yesterday.
So comrades, So vusela baphathi bethu in the meantime ngasibhalela lencwadi lesitawuhamba nayo siyimikisele ngesheya kuthi sibala naku-PS wakahealth viva COVID times abamqeli la ngoba uhambe amandla City Times uhambe emanga itolo wathi sisebenzi besiwasha imoto kanti bekakhiya la sisebentela khona amandla so comrades sizathu City Times abamfune siyevakala siyacela longana times amana excuse comrades takuba nganemhlangano akwazi ukuthi angathatha information level ayibhale yona angathathi le right sisebenza isithathu bekakhiya lapho asebenzela khona imoto yakhe ibhake eceleni kwalapho asebenzela khona kepha kusoba geza imoto yakhe uyithatha njani imoto ukhiya comrades siyacela waka times as excuse.
Even though compiling this report was not easy, as they did not want the media to cover these petitions and stated that there is too much lie in the media. Therefore, they ordered Times journalists to leave their premises. Show of channel Yemaswati News, Zandlem Papane, Babane Government Hospital.
The staff at Mbabane Government Hospital today downed their tools and held a strike as they demanded answers, especially from the real ESWATINI. Welcome back, it's still tuned in at Yemaswati channel. I am Zandile Mpapane. Before we continue with our bulletin, that message was from Water Aid ESWATINI. It was all about encouraging Yemaswati to adhere to COVID-19 regulations. Getting back to our news bulletin, a body was exhumed today at MCB Homestead at Macaleni in Ngwenya, following a court order from Maloloja Game Reserve. We have a report.
Today, members of the community of Macaleni, located at Ngwenya in the Hoho region, saw the unforeseen, where the body of Msibi, who is a man who has passed away, was exhumed from where he was buried. It has been stated that the place where the body was buried belongs to Maloloja Game Reserve. According to the leaders of the community at Mojane, the family knew already that this land belongs to the Maloloja Game Reserve, and they were told prior to the funeral that they should not bury Msibi where he was buried. Today, a team of undertakers from the Mbabane Burial Society visited the place to exhume the body. However, after exhuming the body, they were then perplexed as to not finding another place where the body was supposed to be buried. They then went to the leaders of the community, where they asked to be shown where Msibi should be placed next, where they found that they didn't have the authority they needed to dig another grave for the deceased. The community leader stated that they will not give authority to the Mbabane burial undertakers to bury Msibi anywhere else without a member of the Msibi family present. However, it was almost impossible to get any member of the Msibi family because the only person who was communicating with them is in South Africa, in Johannesburg. All of the local relatives were unreachable on their mobile cell phones.
Enzabeni akamsibi bangekho banikade. Indzawo yekuthuna sinayo, kepha ngeke sibadecide bakamsibi lofunsi bete batocela endlungulo. Ngangikhona batshelwa baphindze sebatsheliwe banikedwa nekwekuthi kulapha lapha kungcwatshwa khona sathumela umuntu ukuthi akayobagadze ekuseni lapha abakhombe, kanti bebatsheliwe lokho ukuthi ababe khona batowatiswa ukuthi Maloloja uthi we conducted
an interview with one of the undertakers who stated that they normally have a procedure that they follow, and they believed that they followed it until they discovered that they couldn't reach anyone from the Msibi family to be with them when they dug the new grave for their deceased family member.
We got a court order basically, exhume. For today, and the agreement was the body is going to be transferred to the Mbabane Government Hospital, and then later there was a change, but they can't take it to the hospital. And we explained that it would not be possible because of the condition of the body. And we did the exhumation, obviously with the understanding that they would have made arrangements. And then today, this one actually, the first question before the exhumation even started, we asked, where will the body be taken? And they were like, okay, they will make arrangements. And then when we were done, then it was like, okay, you are taking the body. And we said, we're not taking the body. And then, but eventually we've spoken to Trust Commission, and we've agreed that we'll keep the body for them for a week, and then that's it.
In the end, the body was taken back to Mbabane burial Mbabane burial facility, and the costs are going to be paid by the Maloloja Game Reserve. They stated that they are going to keep the body for a week while they try to contact family members and make means to have him buried. I'm Kanyisile Mabuza in a report compiled by Zandile Mpapane, Mojane.
The First National Bank and World Vision Organization today showed their generous side and donated an amount of over 500,000 to Mlindazwe Primary School. We have a report.
FNP Foundation donated 560,000 Malangeni to Mlindazwe Primary School together with World Vision, which will support selected children in an initiative of buying them school uniform, shoes and jerseys so that they can be warm during this winter season. World Vision Director had this to say.
We are so excited that you extended your kind gesture, your kind donation of 56,100 again towards the industrial school, primary school, and we are going to ensure that indeed the 85 children that have been identified are able to be provided with the supplies that they need for them to ensure that they study and study well. Because these children come from far off places, and you giving them shoes, you are equipping them to travel and move and ensure that they attend classes without worrying or without having their feet swollen, because you cannot concentrate. And these children are competing with the children in urban areas who are dropped by their parents.
Richard Ngambule from the FNB Foundation stated that this help will go a long way.
World Vision ekusebenteni kwakhe emimangweni ukhazele isidingo lesikhulu kulesikolo sasemndindazwe primary ukuthi bantwana baswele kakhulu nabaya esikoleni, ikakhulu utembatho i-uniform abaya ngayo esikoleni. So bafaka ke leso sicelo si-FNB Foundation eSwatini sakubona kulithuba lokuthi asiqhamuke siside kulabantwana mabadawuye esikolweni. World Vision utawo uthi ngale mali lesiyilethile sayidonate la utawo yayothenga leticathulo emajezi uniform anike labantwana basemndindazwe primary batokhona ke esikoleni njengawo wonke umntwana bembethe ngalokufanele baphindze bakhona ekufundza la.
Mlindazwe representative appreciated the donation and stated that it was time where it was needed the most.
Bambana le community lesihlala kuyo they struggling kakhulu shem, bahamba a long distance ngetinyawo bede naleti cathulo. So ebusika nje ukhansasisa bayachucha abana amajezi umntwana uta esikoleni nje ngeshethi lodvana, then bese kukhona lokufundzisa umntwana ngakhona concentrate uyachucha ngalana wena uyafundzisa vele spesilidzinga kakhulu lisito. Siyabonga nje kakhulu ka FNB kakhulu ngelisito lakasisite lona.
Yemaswati News, Linda Shongwe, Babane.
UNICEF, an organization which is all about the well-being of children worldwide, today paid a visit at Lamgabi in Gundla, where they engaged with children as to how they were affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. We have a report.
Lo kubambisana emkhatsini that is European Union kanye na UNICEF lo hlose kusita abantwana labaphumile esikolweni ngenzaba ye-COVID-19 ukuthi bathole ithuba lesibili lekubuyela esikolweni baphindze futhi basitakale ngetemakhono ikakhulu bantwana bemantombazana.
Lamuhla sivakashelwe itinini tengonyama baka EU beteke abantu labasha bayalonja ke bona kahle hle. So inkundla yaLamgabi nayo ihlatshwe ngesigozwana ukuthi ke balonjele la kwaLamgabi. Nyalo nje kufika abantu abesikolo.
Waluseni community under the Manzini region during a meeting condemned the rising numbers of criminal activities in the area. We have a report. Stephanie Stocks today donated top-of-the-range restrooms and a borehole to Mangwaneni community under the Manzini region. We have a report.
Those from Stephanati Stokes donated two top facilities, restrooms, or rather toilets to Mangwaneni under the Manzini North. They also donated a borehole and promised to continue its road rehabilitation program in the area.
Usho nje lokho ukuthi uma kwendekile mhlambe sasethapha in a community ayisizame lokho ukuthi uma sihambe at least sinikete back having given back to the community, and we were privileged enough kusebenza na Makedlamini la Mangwaneni lo wafika naye wasingqongqothela and sakhona ukuthi simsita ngalokho lesamsita ngako. Nathi nje si privilege as a company to have been part of such.
Ema-toilets wona abekhona phasile enkundleni kepha ngekuthi uma ngowethu asilabaningi abasebenzi sahlula ukuhlanganisa 10% ngisho njalo so ke asimshiyi ngaphandle noma singekho naye namuhla kodwa isikhatsini lesiningi siba naye kuko konke yakwati kusuka nehlala kwalomsebenzi i-office lakaMaster
Bukupho of Mangwanini, Magi Gertrude Dlamini thanks the Stephanuti Stokes for the donation. Manzini North Member of Parliament, Mr. Markford Sibanzi, was also present to receive the donation. The donation can cost more than 200,000 emalangeni and will benefit more than 5,000 people of the area. I am Nhlanhla Twala reporting for Yemaswati channel. This report was compiled by Sandile Nxumalo in Manzini.
Well, that's all the news we had for tonight, but before ending tonight's bulletin, let's take a recap of the stories which made headlines. The Minister for Tourism and Environmental Affairs today officially launched the Riders Rally at the Riders Ranch today. Babane government staff today held a strike where they downed their tools after they demanded answers from the Royal ESWATINI Police Service as to how their staff was shot yesterday. A body was exhumed following a court order at MCB Homestead at Emacaleni, Ngwenya. Well, that's all the news we had for tonight. Do have yourselves a beautiful evening. Good night.
This weather forecast is proudly brought to you by FSRA.